Hello, everybody. Welcome to our medicine cabinet makeover. What this means is that there are certain essential oils that you can actually pull on from home that you can use for like healthcare remedies that you don't have to buy now over the counter. So we're going to show you a way to kind of switch and ditch some of the things that you're probably used to that you can use in a more natural form. And we can do this with 10 essential oils. These are the top 10 foundational essential oils. So on the next slide, you're going to see if you can tell us where you're joining from, your name, and any questions, any health questions, concerns that you want us to address today, or as they come up, just put them in the chat box. We want to be able to answer those. Oils can actually address so many issues that it's impossible for us to talk about every single thing. And so be sure to ask us because that helps us tailor this to you. Multiple of us are going to present today, and each of us will introduce ourselves as we do. My name is Dr. Danielle. I'm a doctor of psychology, and I started, actually grew up with hippie mom using essential oils. So using oils was not new to me, but I started utilizing them in my practice. I'm from San Diego, California. I live in Hawaii now. And I use them with teenagers to diffuse heightened reactive and trauma situations, and they were incredible. And not just any oil. I found medicinal quality essential oils, which is what we're going to talk to you about today. So today, what we'll go over is what are essential oils, the top 10, how to use them, and how to get started. That's it. Simple little presentation. So these next is the top 10 we're going to talk about, just so you have a little preview. On the left-hand side, these are single essential oils that's directly from a plant. Peppermint comes from peppermint. On the right-hand side, you'll see these are blends, 4 blends from the company that we're going to talk about that has the highest purity essential oils. And these 4 have combinations of oils that are good for one particular thing, like breathing, for example. There's a whole bunch of oils like eucalyptus and things that help with your lungs. And so this is a combination. So those blends are part of your top 10. So before I get started and turn it over to the next person here to talk about our first oil, which is lavender, put in the chat box if this is your first time coming and learning about essential oils with us, or doTERRA essential oils specifically. Put a 1 in the chat box if it's your first time. And if you are a seasoned essential oiler, put a 2. And learn about lavender next.
Hi everyone. My name is Liesel. I am a wife to a farmer and a mom to 2 very, very busy toddlers. So they keep me pretty much busy for the majority of the day. I've been using these essential oils for about 4.5 years, and I don't think I'll ever be without them ever again. So as you see on the slide, we're going to start with the basics. What are essential oils? So essential oils are natural compounds that are found in the flowers, leaves, the root box, and all the different types of the plant and or trees. And they are the plant's defense and communication system. So they can use them to help protect them from pests. The oils can help the plant heal and it can help with attracting pollinators. So it's got quite a versatile use. But when we use these oils, we're actually tapping into that same power of protection, restoration, balance, just in a way that supports our bodies and emotions pretty naturally. So it's just important to remember that not all oils are created equal. And I think that's one of the reasons why I love doTERRA, because every bottle is tested and it's certified pure, meaning there's no fillers and synthetics and hidden ingredients. But you're literally getting the purest form of you're literally getting nature in its purest form. And the best part of it all is essential oils work on so many levels, from physically, emotionally. It can be in your home. It can be from boosting your mood to cleaning your surfaces. There really is a place in every part of your life for these oils. So our number 1 oil is lavender. And if when we talk about lavender, it's often called the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. And that's because it does a little bit of everything. It's one of the oils that I order every single month. And it's one of those oils that I'll never be without. It's in the like the first aid kit, it's in the kids' room, it's in my room, it's just everywhere. And lavender is very well known for its calming and soothing properties. It's can be diffused in the evening to help you unwind, put a drop on your pillow if you want to have a bit of a restful night's sleep. But it's also wonderful for the skin. In actual fact, lavender should become synonymous in your mind with calm. It can calm everything, your skin, your heartbeat, your emotions. If you're feeling overwhelmed, if you can inhale a bit of lavender, rub it over your chest, or just have that bottle close by. Many times I'll just like snip it straight from the bottle. But it's great for the occasional burn or insect bite. It's really, really good. I'm starting to bake a little bit more with the kids in school. We have to do like cake baking and all these things. And whenever I do burn myself in the oven, lavender is the first thing I reach for. It just soothes, and for burning in your skin, it just helps so much to not have a deep or a big blister. And then it also just helps to reduce that burn. Emotionally, lavender is also one of those, people call it the oil of communication and calm, and it really helps to ease your anxious feelings. It can calm your mind. It can open your heart to feel more at peace and more patience. So whether you need better sleep, calmer kids, which I usually do need, or a gentler mood, lavender is one of those oils that truly supports the whole family. And with that said, let's speak on about the next oil. Thanks, Dr. Danielle.
Thanks, Liesel. Really appreciate it. Hi, everybody. My name is Martie Kruger, and I am all the way from Bloemfontein in South Africa. And before doTERRA, pre-oils, more than 6 years ago, I had no knowledge of natural health. I wasn't, brought up this way. I didn't look after my children this way. But now, 6 years later, I really, truly, honestly don't know what people do without oils. I don't. When Liesel was talking about lavender, I was thinking to myself, we can spend the whole night talking about every single oil of the top 10. We'll keep you busy probably for an hour just on one oil, telling you how amazing these oils are. And it's really, truly that way. So there are so many different ways. And as you start using your oils, this is really where you understand the wonderful benefits and how you can use these oils. Now, before we head in number 2, peppermint, I want to quickly talk about the 3 ways, although we'll talk a little bit deeper about them soon. But there are 3 different ways how we use specifically doTERRA essential oils. Number 1 is aromatic, and this is an easy way. It's when you inhale these oils. It's when you put your diffuser on. Then we've got topical for specific reasons, and you'll hear more about that. And then internal, which is absolutely the only oil that I'll ever use internally is doTERRA oils, right? So if you do have your peppermint, I want you to grab it and put a drop in the palm of your hand. If you're going to bed directly after the class, maybe hold back, because this is my pick-me-up. It really gives me energy. So rub your hands slightly together, put your thumb in here, and then put it in the palate. You can even just inhale and just feel the freshness of that. And then I also like to rub it at the back of my neck and shoulders because it increases our blood flow to the neck. And this means it helps with focus, it helps with energy, it even helps with those sore muscles. And lastly, cup it over your nose and mouth and just inhale. First through your nose and then through your mouth. What I love when I do this with anybody, they're like, wait, I can breathe. I haven't been able to breathe for a while. And this is just the power of this one drop of incredible peppermint oil. One drop is equal to 28 cups of peppermint tea. It's an oil that I use every single day because I don't know about you, but in the afternoons when I feel a little bit tired, I don't know if you get that. This is the oil that I grab. I also like to use this early in the morning when I go and exercise because it opens up those airways. And when I'm at the gym, I'm at that stage in my life where hot flashes is part of who I am. So of course I use my Clary Calm, but I actually take my peppermint when I feel like that in the gym and I'm hot. I just rub it all over my arms and my legs, and it helps me cool down immediately. So this is a great oil to use for when anybody's got fever or anything to cool down. You can even take a couple of drops, put it in a glass bottle with some water, and spray that over your legs when you are traveling. It's such a great way to cool down. It helps with those sweaty feet that maybe feels a little bit swollen. So it's definitely one of the most amazing oils. I had the privilege this week again to just sit down with somebody and let them experience this peppermint. And if you've not experienced the peppermint, the first thing I want you to do is reach out to the person who invited you or send this to you and say, I need to have an experience of peppermint. Because when you do, this is truly when you'll understand what is the power of having CPTG essential oils. Next, I'm going to hand over to Robin, who's going to tell you all about this incredible quality of doTERRA and why these oils are so potent.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Robin. I live in Cape Town. I'm an occupational therapist, Pilates instructor, holistic wellness advocate, just everything health and wellness. And I've been using the oils going on a year now. I've always loved to seek out natural solutions rather than medication. I've always avoided medication. So doTERRA has been a lot of fun the last year, a lot of fun, a lot of health, a lot of good. So I love to connect people to these natural solutions and help restore emotional and physical balance in everybody's life. So if we look at why doTERRA, especially when there's so many other essential oils available, when you're new to essential oils, I think a common question when you're looking at a shelf full of oils in the shops aren't they all the same? Can't I just buy anyone off the shelf? And this is where we need to be very clear and understand that not all essential oils are equal. Many and research have shown the widespread of adulteration in the essential oil industry. doTERRA works very differently. Their standard is called CPTG, which is Certified Pure Tested Grade. And this is doTERRA's own quality testing process, which means that every single batch of oils undergoes several levels of testing to confirm that the oil contains only the natural chemical compound from the plant. So no fillers, no pesticides, or no additives. And I don't know about you, but I love to know that what I'm putting on my body is 100% pure, because what you put on your skin, even spraying perfume on your skin, goes into your bloodstream and can have an effect on hormones and many other things. So I think there's a video that we're going to show on the sourcing. It's coming. But in the meantime, oh, there we go. So
No,
I can chat in the meantime. So while we're getting that video going, what
I'm so
does want
sorry.
to play? No. So what personally I think drew me to doTERRA is, and why I fell in love with doTERRA is their
Oils are everywhere. You see them for sale online, in social media, on Amazon, even the grocery store shelf. But you have to ask yourself, was it ethically and sustainably sourced, and are they pure and free of adulterations? With the increased popularity of essential oils, too many companies, big and small, are in the dark as to where their oils are coming from. Some even intentionally take advantage of farmers and distillers while cutting corners and padding profits. They advertise their products as 100% pure, when they truly have no visibility into who is producing the oils or how it's being done. They did, however, wrap it in a pretty label and bought some Google ad space. It's easy for a consumer to get lost in this growing marketplace. Since 2008, doTERRA has sold more than 187 million bottles of essential oils to nearly 9.8 million customers worldwide. They trust doTERRA because we only source the very best essential oils in the world. Since many plants grown for essential oils thrive in developing countries, doTERRA is committed to making sure the lives of each farmer, harvester, and distiller are better because of our partnership. We call this co-impact sourcing. Positive impact for everyone along the entire supply chain, and the purest essential oils for you. Our co-impact sourcing commitment is to 1, be directly involved at the source. Through this, we know the people and processes involved. 2, ensuring positive social impact, including job creation, fair labor conditions, and even community development projects. And 3, environmental stewardship and sustainability. You get the highest quality and most effective essential oils, along with the knowledge that your purchase protects growers and distillers from being cheated by middlemen and large corporations. When you purchase a doTERRA essential oil, you can be a conscious consumer and know you are getting oils that are not only traceable, but are proven and tested to work for you and those you care about. To learn more about co-impact sourcing and our sourcing guiding principles, and to hear the stories from farmers and distillers across the globe, visit source2you.com. doTERRA. Pursue what's pure.
Thanks, Martie. So I think what definitely drew me to doTERRA and why I fell in love with doTERRA is their co-impact sourcing model. So doTERRA sources plants from the regions where they naturally grow best. For example, there's lavender from Bulgaria and France, and frankincense from Somalia. So along with that CPTG quality is the plants grown in a native environment tend to produce richer chemical profiles, which has an impact on the therapeutic benefits of the oils. So this means that the co-impact sourcing, they work directly with small scale farmers from around the world, as you can see here, and which creates long-term partnerships and community investment. So around, I think, 49 of doTERRA's oils are sourced from the African continent, which means each bottle purchased has an economic impact on these farming communities, which is, I think, so special. And yeah, over to Martie, who's going to talk on guard.
Thanks, Robin. Appreciate that. Sorry about the hiccup about the video. Okay, so the thing is, we can't control all the toxins that we are exposed to outside of our home, right? You go into a shopping center, somebody that was just coughing all over your shopping trolley, you didn't even know it, and you've just put your hands on it, and you are exposed to all of those, all the things that we put on us. Now, On Guard is exactly what this oil says. It's on guard there to protect you and my family. Now, this is an incredible product with different oils like clove, cinnamon, rosemary, eucalyptus leaf, and wild orange. And what makes these oils so incredibly potent is the fact that they work on a cellular basis. So if you are looking at this little picture over here, you'll see that this represents our cell membranes. And so what essential oils does, they actually penetrate through that oily layer around the cells, and they work on the cellular level. And that is why essential oils are very potent. Now, On Guard, I love all the On Guard products. I don't know if you want to put in the chat box, what is your favorite On Guard product? Because we've got the essential oil, we've got the toothpaste, we've got the hand wash, the foaming hand wash, we've got the spritzer, the roller bottle. I have probably used all of those items this whole week already. Now, this is one of my favorite things to keep in my bag with me, my oily medicine bag, right? It's an On Guard beadlet. It's a small little droplet. And if you've got small children, they would love this because they can actually just put this in their mouth and swallow it. Now, when do I use On Guard? The moment we are traveling, I always have my On Guard with me. I'll put a drop underneath my tongue, or I'll put this little beadlet in my mouth. this has been a lifesaver in my family, and especially if you're looking at oils. Now, if you have to buy On Guard separately, not in one of the kits, this bottle is 795 Rand, or 750, yes. And if you work out per drop what it costs you, I promise you it is less than the things that you've maybe bought over the counter, because you use 1 or 2 drops at a time. And if you've got smaller children, you can make it into a roller bottle, and this will last you so much longer. But what I love about this product is that it is so effective. It is really the best oil to use, antiviral, antibacterial, and it is my daily go-to. It is an oil that I don't know what I'll do without. It's got so many uses, from toothpaste to any aches and pains, regarding if you've got flu symptoms. This is the one that you want to grab. I just love On Guard. It's one of my favorites, as I said. And I see these, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about the China concentrate, for sure, one of my favorites. Next, I'm going to hand over to Liesel, who's going to tell us a little bit more about aromatic. I hope you enjoyed all the info about On Guard.
Thanks, Martie. So let's quickly talk about one of the most simplest and actual most powerful ways how you can use these essential oils, which is aromatically. So as Martie discussed when we spoke about the peppermint, when we inhale these essential oils, the aromatic compounds, they go straight through the nose, where your olfactory nerve is right here, straight to your limbic area in your brain, and that's the center in your brain that controls your emotions and memories and even heart rate and breathing. And this means that these oils actually have, the effect they have is actually almost immediate, 20 seconds to be exact. And one of my favorite ways to use oils in this specific way is doTERRA Breathe. So this is a blend of peppermint and eucalyptus, lemon, tea tree, cardamom, and a couple of others. And all these oils are put together in a way designed to open the airways. It can ease congestion. And what I love about it is how it promotes easier breathing. So this is one of the oils that I like to use whenever my kids have a stuffy nose or a bit of a chesty cough. I'll diffuse a couple of drops at night just to support clear airways. And with that, if they can breathe well, they actually sleep well as well. You can inhale it directly from your hands, which is great if you're on the go, before exercise or even after exercise. If someone's got a bit of asthma or their chest starts to close up with a bit of exercise, or when you're feeling you're having a bit of a tight or wheezy chest, this is great. You can inhale it directly from the bottle or just from your cupped hands to take deep, slow breaths. And it really, really just helps it. You can feel the air moving deeper in your lungs. One of another ways that's also very great is you can actually add 1 or 2 drops on your shower floor, and that's like a spa-like steam inhalation. So this oil is perfect for seasonal changes, for stuffy noses, or just simply to clear the air. It helps clear your mind, and you can really just breathe deeply again. And when you think about it, aromatic use is such a gentle but powerful way to get these oils in your body and connect your body and your mood, one breath at a time. So we'll move over to one of our next speakers to see how we can use these oils even more.
Okay, thanks so much, Liesel. Secondly, we're going to talk about topical use. So when you start using essential oils, sometimes people get the oil and you're just like, what do I do with it? So this is a good time to start taking some notes on the aromatic, topical, and then we'll lastly talk about internal. But topical is one of the most widely used. It's pretty easy to just get started with. I'm going to specifically talk about an oil called Deep Blue. This is oil number 5. And Deep Blue is one of those blends that we talked about that has oils in it that all help the skeletal muscular system, helps with joint recovery. Anytime you aches and cramps, menstrual cramps. So, and I'll kind of give you a story that illustrates how well this works. And in fact, if you guys have used a Deep Blue before and love it, put a blue heart in the chat box. So I went, this is a few years, several years ago. I went snowboarding for the first time in for a year because the season had just opened. I used to be big into snowboarding. So I went, and of course I knew it'd been like a year since I was boarding. So I thought, oh, my legs are going to be so sore. So I took my Deep Blue, and it also comes in a rub form. So I took the lotion form. And as soon as we got done from the mountain and I get to the car, I put Deep Blue all over my legs. I'm like, I am not going to have like sore and wobbly legs tomorrow. So the next day, guess what happened? I woke up, my legs felt amazing. Like I didn't even snowboard. But do you know what happened? My arms ached. I didn't put it on my arms. And when you're, skiing or snowboarding, you lift yourself up. I mean, no, I'm not using my arms as much as I'm using my legs, but my arms, all that lactic acid, everything set in, and it was just achy and sore. And I started putting the Deep Blue on at that point, but that shows you, like, my legs did most of the work. I felt like I could snowboard the next day just fine because of the recovery. It took away all that achy recovery, but my arms, they hurt so bad because I didn't do it. So it's just a nice way to understand how this works. And definitely from now on, I put it on my arms and my legs when I go. So that's oil number 5, must have in your home. Oil number 6, tea tree. I would say this is kind of a daily oil. I use this daily. And that's not a lot of oils I say like I use every single day, but tea tree is one of those. So first off, it's great for clearing blemishes. If you guys have used tea tree even before even finding doTERRA, if you guys have heard of it, put a green heart in the chat box if you don't mind. Sorry, I know it's just kind of fun to see the colors too. But tea tree, anytime you have a blemish, like a zit or a pimple, whatever it's called, just put a little dab of tea tree. It'll take it away. If you have canker sores in your mouth, it doesn't taste good. I'm going to warn you, it tastes disgusting, but it gets rid of that canker sore. It's also really good for anything odorous. So put it on like kiddos or yourself before you go to the gym, put it on the bottom of your feet. And that's going to help absorb odors. It's going to help with fungus on toes, nails. I mean, it is such a cleanser. If you ever cut yourself, like I cut myself, I was filleting a salmon. I used to go fishing a lot, and I was filleting a salmon, and I cut myself with the dirty knife, and I immediately washed it off and put tea tree on it, and I didn't get any infection. So tea tree is great. I use it daily underarms. So before I put my deodorant on, and then midday to top up my deodorant, I just do a little dab under my arm, and it's great. So that is a must have for those scrapes and wounds, as well as underarms and feet to keep everything very cleansed. Okay, so that's oil number 6. Now we're going to move on to internal, which is exciting because this is really specific to doTERRA, this high quality we're talking about today.
So up to this point, we've learned about the top 6 essential oils and about the quality of doTERRA's essential oils. I think one of the clearest markers of purity is whether an oil can be taken internally. So will you put number 3 in the chat box if you've used any other essential oils before using doTERRA? I know I did, and when I started using doTERRA, the difference in quality was huge. Yeah, a few people. So not all essential oils are safe for ingestion. This depends on, I mean, the plant itself, the purity of the oil, any additives present. So many shop-bought oils carry a do not ingest label or warning, because they contain those synthetic chemical properties. However, we actually ingest plant essential oils in everyday food. So peppermint tea, when you're using rosemary in cooking, thyme in soups, when you crush those herbs, you're releasing, or you're breaking the oil sacs, and you're releasing the essential oil directly. So because of doTERRA's purity testing, certain oils in the range are labeled as safe for internal use. It's kind of the rule of thumb. If you can eat it in everyday normal life, the herb itself, then you would be able to ingest it. So this is a big game changer that you can take these certified pure tester grade oils and ingest them, because what does the health of your gut connect to? So the gut connects to the entire body. So the entire body is dependent on gut health. So if we talk about a few ways in which you can use the essential oils internally, if we look at number one, you can add a drop of oil to your water, just as you see in the picture. So I add lemon into my water and electrolytes daily. So you can put the oils inside glass or stainless steel and not plastic. The reason is because the oils will break down the toxins. So you want to make sure it's in an organic compound, and plastic is toxic. So secondly, you can take them in a capsule, number two. You can mix your own concoctions. You can do oregano and lemon and make your own parasite cleanse. You can tailor these for yourself. And lastly, number three is underneath your tongue. So you just add a drop underneath your tongue, and that will get right into the bloodstream and down into the gut. So 7 and 8, two common oils used internally. Zengest is an incredible digestive support blend, containing some of your ginger and fennel, peppermint, coriander. It is traditionally used to soothe um, the digestive system. I use Zengest nearly every day after a meal to calm an upset stomach, or just help with digestion or help with bloating. Lemon essential oils also been shown to support cleansing and the digestion. So lemon is a cleanser. It's incredible for helping things that are stuck. If you look there at the first picture of under internal, there's so many different twists and turns that things can get stuck in, and lemon really just helps cleanse that gastrointestinal tract. For those of you who have used lemon or Zengest, you can comment one thing which they have helped you with personally. And yeah, I think next is frankincense.
Yes, frankincense. And I'll comment about lemon and Zengest. So I would say, Robin asked a great question. Did you use oils before you found doTERRA? And I said yes, because we had been using oils, and my friend introduced me to doTERRA, and she's like, "Oh, they're better." And I just rolled my eyes. I thought, "Oh, whatever. She's just saying that, she's just been sold on that they're better or whatever." And I didn't really give it a try because I just figured they were the same as all the other oils I purchased, which, kind of have sometimes an effect and sometimes not. And then I tried the Zengest and the lemon. Changed my gut health along with frankincense. Completely cleared up like years worth of issues going on that doctors couldn't help me with. And so I totally attest to using Zengest under my tongue after each meal and lemon in my water. I still do lemon, today in my water because of how wonderful it cleansed my gut. But another thing that you can add into your daily routine, that's one of my daily oils, is frankincense, because it's highly anti-inflammatory. So if you think about your gut and all the inflammation that blocks the absorption of your nutrients, you do a drop of frankincense under your tongue. So I've got mine here. And literally you just go like that, drop it under your tongue, and let that get into your body to reduce inflammation. So it's like a perfect combination with those three oils. I swear by it. But also at the same time, frankincense is good for memory. It's good for anti-aging on your skin, improve vision, tumor protection. Frankincense has been studied time and time again against cancerous cells. So it is a must-do daily, just one drop under the tongue. I do it before I brush my teeth because it also doesn't taste great, but it's tolerable. I would say for me, the most fun was I learned about the anti-aging effects. So I started using it, on my face, and two things happened. One is I noticed my chickenpox scars from having the chickenpox when I was little, were lessening. I hardly have any sign of them now. And that was really cool because I had quite a few scars on my forehead and on my nose, but the one on my nose is completely gone. So that was kind of cool. It started to regenerate that skin. But the other thing, I got together with some friends for my birthday one year. I hadn't seen some of these friends for about a year, and I was getting older. It was my birthday, and my friend said, "You look younger. What are you doing? You look younger than a year ago. How is that possible?" And I was like, well, let me tell you what I'm doing. And so I shared, of course, the frankincense, and everybody on my birthday wanted to purchase frankincense. It was hilarious. So anyway, such a great daily oil to use. I do drop under my tongue and then I just put it on my skin, on my face. That's like the main way I use it every single day. So we're gonna now on oil number 10. Next is our last of our top 10.
And this last one for me is, again, if you have to ask me which of these oils you'll be without, which one I won't choose, there's not one. All of them you basically need every single day in your household. And oregano is like this. It's not an oil that you use every single day, but this is your big gun that you take out when you need it. That bazooka gun, this is it, because this is nature's antibiotic. And anytime any of my family is showing any signs of sniffles or anything going on, I give them oregano immediately internal, putting it 2 drops or 3 drops into a veggie capsule, and I let them drink it. Now, this is a very hot oil. So as you can see, the fractionated coconut there is to say that you should dilute this. So if you're going to put this on your skin anywhere, you have to dilute it because it's very hot. But oregano is one of the most incredible antiviral, antibacterial oils. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite ways still is to let you gargle with a little bit of fractionated coconut. I actually had one of my friends message me today and say, "I'm speaking tomorrow. My throat is so sore. What should I do?" And I said, take a little bit of fractionated coconut, drop 2 to 3 drops of oregano with a little bit of water and gargle that. It does burn. It really does burn a lot. So just be careful. And then swallow it. And then I said, rub the blue on the back outside of your throat. And she messaged me this afternoon. She said, my throat is feeling so much better. I can't believe it. And this is what this incredible oil does. There are so many different ways that you can use it. But I'm going to let you listen to Dr. Dave, who's going to tell us all about oregano. And then let's see if you can see which one of the top 10 oils he's also talking about, because he doesn't name the name that you might know. So hopefully I get this played right on the first instance. Okay, it's playing.
Introducing the Avis Car Where You Are. Do you finance a vehicle? Do you travel frequently and rent a...
Sorry for that.
Bacteria have the ability to change their genetic makeup over time for their own self-preservation. Bacteria have their own defensive mechanism. They produce something called a peptidoglycan layer. It's the equivalent of an M&M shell that's protecting the chocolate on the inside. Now, one of the other elements that bacteria are very, very good at making, and that is something called a biofilm. Biofilm is its own very goopy, slimy mess that it covers itself in. So what's now starting to happen is we are finding that once very useful antibacterial medications are no longer effective at all. What that means for us, we have to use stronger antibacterial medications. We have to use more potent antibacterial medications. That comes at a cost to our own bodies. Melaleuca has the ability to come in and start to modify that sludge and remove it so that the oregano can get to the bacteria. And in oregano, there's a product called carvacrol. Carvacrol will bind to that peptidoglycan and it punctures a little hole in there. Once that hole opens, you start to get a passing of ions back and forth. What that does to the bacteria is it allows it to lyse. It means burst open. And we've now accomplished something very dramatic, and that is by doing nothing more than using 2 simple little plant-based essential oils, you have created a very effective antibacterial solution.
So who of you can guess which oil they were talking about, right? If you didn't, Melaleuca is also known as tea tree. So this is what I love about these oils. Doctors and scientists are turning to doTERRA and using these oils because they are seeing in real life how this is more potent than many of the over-the-counter. So once you start using these oils, you will understand why we are raving about them. And I saw Val said flute always, right? So if you don't know what flute is, flute actually is an acronym for 5 of our top 10 oils. And F is for frankincense, lemon, oregano, on guard, tea tree. And that is our immune bomb, which is so powerful. Okay, I'm going to hand over to Dr. Darnell, who's going to just run us through the top 10 again.
Okay, so hopefully you guys have taken some good notes and learned on these top 10, and you can see why. There's over 300 essential oils on the market. It's daunting to know where to start, but it is really fun to get all 300, but still these top 10 are the best place to start, and they're actually the ones I have right here in front of me on my desk. They will take you through all of those like minor things that you need to deal with in your home. And how many of you guys can even say that when you get a cold, what's our usual reaction? Like, oh, shoot, I'm getting a cold, nothing you can do about it. And that's not true anymore with essential oils. They are antiviral, and you can prevent, you can help do intervention too. So really excited for you guys. So let's watch, or let's look at how we can get started with these top 10. And let's see, what's the next slide? There we go. There are 2 kits that contain the top 10. So if you were to order these individually, they'll cost a lot more. So doTERRA put them into a kit and discounted them more. So Martie will show you the cost on that. But one of the packages you'll see here is the Home Essentials. It has 15 milliliter bottles and the other has 5. So that's really the only difference between the two is the size of the bottle. So I'll have Martie talk a little bit about what's in or the packages, the cost, and some of the promotion. There's some free other essential oils this month.
Okay, so as Dr. Danelle said, we have a Home Essentials and a Family Essentials kit. The Home Essentials is the bigger kit, right? This is the one with the 15 ml bottles, and they've got about 250 drops per bottle in the 15 ml. The Family has got your 5 ml, that's got about 85 drops. So what I love about the Home Essentials, although it's got 3 times the amount of oil compared to the Family, it doesn't cost 3 times the amount. But your Family kit is also really a great kit. It's this little one on the right-hand side. You get with it a Brevi diffuser, and it's got your top 10 in the 5 ml bottles. So this one is 3,095 Rand. And this month, with that kit, you will get for free the Citrus Bloom, which is a combination of citrus and bloom flowers. We'll talk about it in a minute. Worth 525 Rand, and also the Copaiba Touch worth 565 plus free shipping. With the Home Essentials, you'll also get both those oils. But now if we head over to the Home Essentials, with your Home Essentials, you get the bigger petal diffuser. This kit is our #1 selling kit in South Africa. It is really the biggest, best kit. If you are able to start here, this is the best value for money. If you had to buy all of those oils and the diffuser separately, you would actually be paying over 7,000 Rand. But when you buy the kit, you're going to pay only 4,950. And this is an investment into your and your family's health. This is not just for a month or for one visit. It's actually going to last you really a long time, depending on how you use it. And it's incredible. So not only will you get the Citrus Bloom and the Copaiba Touch for free, you will also get the On Guard Touch for free. That is products worth over 1,600 Rand for free. But it's only until the end of October, so make sure that you get these incredible products. I'm going to quickly hand over to Dr. Danelle again before we look into the specials of the month, just to share with you a little bit about this incredible kit that if you attended one of our roadshows, you heard all about it, and yeah, super excited about this one.
Yeah, I would love if you can put in the chat box, put a red heart if you attended one of the road shows. I would love to see if you guys were able to go. So doTERRA released, this was about a year ago here in the States. They released this product, and I'm just going to focus mostly on the VMG you see right here. It's called Vitamin Mineral Green. It has over 90 ingredients in it from plant-based solutions. And it has the plants with the highest anti-inflammatory properties as well. So it breaks down inflammation all in your body and your gut, and it delivers bioavailable vitamins. It is phenomenal for your morning routine. It just boosts my energy. I look forward to it every single day. So with that also, our brain does not create its own omegas. We have to have that from an external source. That means eating fish or other fatty omega sources. And so this is a great way to get your omegas from a natural source. And you can take omegas as well as a probiotic as in here, and then a frankincense capsule. So that's like the Wellness Made Simple kit. We are starting a 21-day reset November 1st. And so if you want to join, you want to get this kit and join us, we're going to go through each of these products, how to use them, and some more information about just getting your health back on track, just from balancing that foundation. There's a lot I can do for my hormone balance, but if I'm not taking care of that foundation, that hormone balance is going to continue to be off. And so that's what we're going to talk a little bit about in that group. So is there another slide with this? I'm sorry, I just wanted to.
No, but I just wanted to.
Okay.
Can I mention just quickly something? Okay, so
Yes,
I want
please.
to make sure that we will have this kit from next month, the 1st of November in South Africa. We're going to have different options with the VMG, but the option to get the frankincense capsules included for about 300 Rand extra, it is incredible. So if you want to get the frankincense capsules, make sure that you buy this kit before month end. If you are brand new and you are, starting with this kit, you will also get for free the citrus bloom and the Kruger touch with this one, just that you know, and free shipping. But yeah, this is an incredible, incredible deal.
That is a really good deal. So, do you get free citrus bloom this month?
With 100, yes.
Okay, so that's amazing kit to have. So I would say for another free oil you get is the citrus bloom. The way that I love to use this one is literally for anything emotional. Citruses help to boost emotions, and flowers help to comfort emotions. So this is one of those, you can diffuse for those kiddos with tantrums. You can diffuse it or put it on yourself for anger. Put it on just to boost your mood that day. Wonderful combination for an emotional brain blend. So I'm going to put a link in the chat box here. Oh, I didn't realize there was another one. Another free. Oh my gosh, you guys get so many free stings. I love it. So I'll just do you want to talk about Copaiba, and then I'll talk about my link?
You can do that if you want. Okay. So Copaiba is really incredible. If you haven't listened to Dr. Danal teaching on this oil, you will understand that yes, we love this oil for physical support. It is incredible for anti-inflammatory. It's amazing. I love to drink Copaiba, but also combining Copaiba topical with D-Blue is my ultimate go-to for pain management. It is really a great oil to help with the nervous system to calm down. You get it for free. It's worth 565. Really good for jawline pain. And with 125 PV order, you'll be able to get this free. And there is actually one more that you can get with 200 PV. So I'm going to hand back over to you before you talk about the link.
Yeah, that's great. Oh my, I love that you guys have so many free products. It's worth ordering this month for sure. So there's a 200 when you order 200 PV. So that's the Home Essentials kit. In October, you're also going to get an On Guard Touch. Remember when Martie asked, okay, what's your favorite On Guard product? And people typed in On Guard Essential Oil is that antiviral blend. And so On Guard Touch, this is a great way to roll it over your throat if you have a sore throat, and on the bottom of feet, especially for kiddos, to get it into the bloodstream to help fight off viruses. So that's a lot of freebies. I love it. And so lastly, I'll just kind of share from this slide, there's three ways people get involved with doTERRA. Number one is just living this wellness lifestyle. As you can see, it's a lifestyle. Like I have oils at my desk, oils in my bathroom, oils in my kitchen, and I just integrate them in my life. We're here to support you with that. And so I'll talk about this link that I put in there for Tuesday, November 4th at 8 p.m. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m., we do a class. Our next one is on November 4th, and each class is different. We do the top 10, the second and the fourth Tuesday, but we do other topics on so next Tuesday is a topic on all of the promotions. So definitely register right there to join that class with us next Tuesday. And also, if you've thought of some people that may be interested, or maybe the oils can help them, maybe you have some friends that have, diabetes or troubles with their, mood management or hormones, bring them to our classes. And you can, as you share, doTERRA gifts you with free product. And then lastly, if you feel like you've wanted to branch out and build your own health and wellness business and help people naturally, doTERRA takes on business partnerships. This is an educational product. So if you want to play around with the oils, play around with them, learning and education, and start your own business, talk to the person who invited you, and they'll help you know how to get started. That's where I was. I was just loving the oils and sharing them. And so I decided to learn a little bit more about partnering with doTERRA, and it gave me a retirement income. I retired from my full-time career and do this now full-time, and I love it. Able to help people. I think it's important because I like helping people at the holistic and at the forefront, meaning prevention level and not just like the trauma level. It's so wonderful to be doing preventative work. So we are so glad you guys joined us here tonight. Join us next Tuesday. That's our next class at 8 p.m. And it'll be some new products we're going to talk about.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining. It was really lovely, and thanks everybody. Have a wonderful evening.